Hello, good morning students, and welcome back once again to another video for the exercise of force and motion and force and laws of motion. So today we have one more question from the exercise, that is regarding acceleration. So the question states that the motorboat starting from the rest, that means its initial velocity u is 0. That means it is starting from rest, so it is having initial velocity 0. Accelerates in a straight line, that means acceleration is given at a constant rate of 3 meters per second square. That means acceleration given a is 3 meters per second square for 8 seconds. So the time is also given and time is 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? So the question is, how long will the boat travel during this time? That means you have to find the distance, and for this we will be using the formulas that we studied, that is the equations of motion. If you remember, the first equation was v is equal to u plus at, second one is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and third one is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Okay, so the question is, you need to find the distance. What will be the distance covered in this 8 seconds? So if you see the first equation, you will not see the distance in this. That means you will not be able to find the distance using this formula. The second one is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and yes, there is distance or displacement in this formula, so you can find, but you have to check the other values as well. That is initial velocity, yes, initial velocity is there, time, okay, we have time, acceleration is there, and once again time. So every value is available with us and we can use this formula. And the third one is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Once again you can find displacement over here, but then the question will be, we don't have the final velocity. We are not given the final velocity. Okay. Now if you want to use this formula, first thing what you will need to do is find the final velocity. So for that you will have to use the first equation, that is u, a and t. Substitute these values and you will be able to find the final velocity. Once you have the final velocity, you can use this final velocity, the initial velocity which is given, the acceleration, and you will get the answer. But no need to go through the long process of finding the final velocity first and then substituting in the third equation. Instead, you can directly use the second equation and you can find the answers. So the question, we write all the values over here. S is equal to u, that is 0, into time t, that is 8 seconds, plus half, acceleration is 3, into 8 plus half, acceleration is 3, that is half a and t square, that is u, 0, initial velocity, time t 8 seconds, plus half, acceleration a and t square, that means time, that is a square. Now we proceed. We know that anything multiplied with 0 is 0, so I am writing 0 into 8 is 0 plus half into 3 into 8 square is 64. 8 into 8 is 64. Now you can solve this by simple calculation. Cut this. 2 1 is 2, 2 3 is 6 and 2 2 is 4. So what you get is 32. Okay, now multiply this 3 with 32. So final answer is 0 plus anything is the number itself. So I am removing this 0, or okay, let's not do any confusion. We will keep the 0 for the final answer. And 3 2 is 6 and 3 3 is 9. So we have 0 plus 96. So the final is s is equal to 0 plus 96 is 96. So you get the answer as 96 meters. That means the boat will travel a distance of 96 meters during this 8 seconds. I hope it is clear to you students. We will do one more numerical regarding this. Okay? Okay students. So another question regarding this motion chapter, and this is a little bit different because we are using graphs and it has a little bit of calculation using the graphs. Okay, so from now onwards we will focus only on the questions which have theoretical numericals and less on the graph, because many of the questions from the exercise are just theoretical based questions. You can just argue and write the answers on your own as well. I will be focusing more on the numericals that you actually have to solve so that you can understand, and we will have more time for the chapter from the next one, that is laws of motion as well. Okay, so starting this, driver of a car traveling at a speed of 52 kilometers per hour applies brakes and accelerates uniformly. Okay, so first of all the question is, the driver is driving with a speed of 52 kilometers per hour. So you have been given velocity, that is 52 kilometers per hour, and applies brakes and accelerates uniformly. That means it is accelerating, but the question is in opposite direction, which means that its velocity is decreasing, and we are talking about retardation or deceleration or negative acceleration, because the driver is applying the brakes and the vehicle is trying to stop. Okay, and the car stops in 5 seconds. So it only takes 5 seconds for the car with that speed to stop. Now the next part of the question, it states that another driver going at only 3 kilometers per hour. So another driver, we have velocity v2, which is going only at 3 kilometers per hour. Okay, and it takes 10 seconds to stop. So that driver is applying the brakes, but the vehicle is stopping very slowly. Even though its speed is only 3 kilometers per hour, it is taking 10 seconds for the driver to stop the vehicle. So on the same graph, plot velocity versus time or speed versus time. So you are supposed to plot the graph of time and velocity. Okay. Now which car travels the further? We will talk about that in a bit. But first of all, what you can see is the velocity is given in kilometers per hour and the time is given in seconds. So first of all you need to do is convert the velocity in meters per second. So first of all you need to convert this, and the thing how to do is that multiplying this by 1000, that is converting kilometers into meters. First we will only check velocity v1, so it becomes 52 into 1000, and per hour, that means 1 hour, multiplying it by 60 minutes and 60 seconds. Okay. When you solve this, removing all these zeros, and because it is a more, what you can say, longer numerical, I will solve and directly write the answer for you, but you will need to solve this part. So the question for this is 52 into 10, that is 520 upon 36, and this is 1. Once you solve this, you get the answer as 14.4 meters per second. Now you have converted the velocity in meters per second. Similarly, for velocity v2, we have 3 kilometers per hour, so multiplying it by 1000 and dividing it by hours, that is converting it into minutes and then seconds. So 1 hour has 60 minutes and 60 seconds. Okay, once again, when you solve this, you will get 30 upon 36 and you get the answer as 0.83 meters per second. If I show you all the calculation, it is going to take a lot of time. So now we have the velocities, that is 14.4 and we have 0.83. Okay? You need to plot these velocities on the graph. So the first velocity is, I will mark all the points over here. Okay, and we have 14.4, so it is somewhere over here, and it is taking how many seconds? 5 seconds. So 14.4 to 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So graph will be plotted like this. Okay. The second one is 0.83, so not even 1 meters per second, so it is over here, just below 1 meters per second, and it is taking 10 seconds. So over here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I will plot a graph which is going to be a very small like this one. I hope it is clear to you students. we have the first velocity is 14.4 meters and that is taking 5 seconds. So we have plotted a graph like this, and the second one is just 0.83 meters, so that is below 1 and it is taking 10 seconds. So I have plotted a graph from 0.8 to 10. So we have done both the graphs. Now the main part of the question, which car travels the further? Now if you remember, when we plotted velocity time graph, if we find the area of the shaded region, we can find the distance covered. So we will give the markings over here. This is A, this is B over here, this point, this is O, origin, and for 0.8 we are taking C, and for over here we are taking F. So for the first vehicle, we find the area of the triangle OAB. So area of triangle OAB, and we can find the distance covered. So what is the formula for area? Area is half into base into height. Okay, we know this formula. For this, base is OB, that is 5. Okay, and what is the height? That is 14.4. 14.4. Okay, and the next part over here, area of triangle OCF. So I am writing over here area of triangle OCF. That is S is equal to half into base into height. Base is OF and height is OC. What is OF? We have 0 to 10, that means 10. We have OF as 10 and OC as 0.83. 0.83. Now simply solving this, what you get is 2 sevens 14 and 2 twos 4. 5 twos 10, 5 sevens 35 and 36. So what you get, the answer as 36 meters approximately, because it was 14.44 and I have taken only 14.4. It doesn't matter, it's fine as long as you have approximate answer correct, that is 36 meters. And the next one is over here. Once again, 2 5s 10, 5 3s 15, 5 8s are 40 and this 41. Okay, and 2 decimal points over here like this. So we have 4.15 meters, and this is how we are supposed to find the distance. So you can see that the first one, even though it stops in 5 seconds, because it was traveling with more velocity, it traveled a further distance, and in the same way over here we have the vehicle which is traveling with a very low velocity and it took much longer time and still it covered only 4.15 meters. I hope it is clear to you students. Have a nice day.